Good evening, everybody. Wow, what a day. So it's just taken me forever to get on to the stream here because of the weather, and it's just absolutely crazy outside. It's pouring like crazy. So I'll keep going. I've actually forgotten a few things. I've forgotten my water, I've forgotten my earrings, I've forgot everything. But anyway, we'll keep going. Just trying to get my daughter to get me a water. So everybody, welcome to my show. I don't know how you guys are going up there or out there because of this weather. This weather is absolutely crazy. It has not stopped raining all day, and we have floods everywhere in Sydney. New South Wales just is getting smashed, absolutely smashed at the moment if you're overseas. So tell me where you're from, suburb, state and country. I'm just trying to get my iPad on because it's just been one crazy time trying to get this internet to work, and I'm actually streaming from my phone at the moment from my personal hotspot. So I'm just going to go to the Bureau of Meteorology and show you guys what's going on here. Just hold on a second. I'm just going to pull it up on my iPad so you guys can see how crazy this weather is. It's just severe. Where's the radar? Hang on a second. We'll get the radar. Don't you just hate that when things just don't work out for you? So what's happened today, guys? Tell me how's your day been? So you know when you actually get rid of something out of your life and it just makes you feel so much better? Honestly, it just makes you feel so much better. Now look at this rain across. This is New South Wales. So if you're overseas and you're not getting any rain, you're so lucky because this has been like this for a few days now, and I'm somewhere in the middle of that, and it is just bucketing down and it's not letting up. There's no relent in this weather. So it's pretty bad. So the blue and the green and the yellow colors means moderate, light to moderate, but then there's occasional red for heavy rain in there as well. So tell me where you're from, suburb, state and country, so that I can see where I'm helping. So last night I did a show here, and I'm home tonight because the radio station, they said that they need to do weather reports throughout my show, and I said that's good because I wasn't going in anyway because the weather's just too bad to even leave the home. And I said I'm not getting trapped in no flood because I'm petrified of water. I nearly drowned when I was a kid. So I'm just going to pull up on the screen here just to check another page. So guys, yeah, the weather's really bad. So tell me where you're from. It's just unbelievable. And like I was saying, tell me like what's a time when you've actually left something like a job or anything like that and it's made you feel so good, like honestly. So tell me about it. All right. I'm just checking my pages, my group pages to see if I'm up there because it was just the internet was playing up so bad. I wasn't even sure if I was actually live. Yep, I'm live on them. So that's good. That's the main thing. And so I'll leave that page now. So tell me where you're from, guys. Tell me how you went. If you were here last night with me for my tea, sorry, not my tea, my coffee cup reading, then tell me how'd you go? How did you go with the reading? All right. So the coffee that I use is this one here, which is your Turkish coffee. Okay. And then I also make up my own. You're going to think I'm nuts. But I make a spice as well, and I use the spice and I just sprinkle it in the cup and I read the cup after. So you can pretty much use anything. I mean, who says that you have to use tea leaves or coffee or whatever? You can use anything. I just make my own spice and I make it into a dark color like the turmeric and all that stuff and ginger so that I can see it on a white cup. That's how I do it. That's me. So that's how I do it, guys. I'm just pulling up this on the screen here. Wow. So how's everybody going? I'm just going to make these bigger so that I can see you. Is everyone just like waterlogged at the moment? Who's in Sydney or New South Wales? Julie, she's here. Hi. I'll just get this up. Okay, I'll go back to the comments. Julie, thanks for joining me. She's always first on, this lady. Then there's Tina. It's like a race. Tina, then Julie again. Jessie Cat, hi. Kate, hi. Denmark in WA. Oh, you're so lucky. It's probably hot over there. It's absolutely. Well, today I was in Ugg boots, eh? Like seriously, Ugg boots. With shorts on, of course. Yeah, so like and share my page, guys. Are you back tonight? Good. So Wendy Harvey, how are you? So yes, darling, we've been having it for the past week or so. It's so sad. We have more heading our way tomorrow. My daughter said the same thing. She said, Mum, we're getting smashed here. I said, I know. Well, my front's flooded. It's like, it's not too deep. The dog can't go out there, and he's only tiny. But I don't want to walk out there. And across the road, we've got it's like a man-made pond or big lake up the road. But where the rain flows, it flows from this way down and it flows towards the lake. So I'd be dreading to see that come up, I'm telling you. But see, my house, I don't know how, but my house is on the down part of the hill. There's a hill up there. And so I'm just surprised that the drainage here was amazing, because otherwise I would have been flooded by now. So if you guys are on my group pages, come over to Psychics on Radio Angels on Air, and you'll see me on my main page, which is the Psychics on Radio Angels on Air, because I don't run back and forth across to the other platforms or the other. I'm streaming across 5 tonight. So I would have been on SWR on radio tonight, but they've got 2 of the other broadcasters sprinting in there to do the weather report for this evening, because it's just so bad down here. And they said to me, oh, we might need to interrupt your show. I said, don't worry, you can have the show. You can have the radio tonight, because I'm not going nowhere. I'm like a little bear. I'm hermiting like a bear. So, yeah, so thank you. Working from home, I just feel more relaxed too. My eyes have been killing me today. So, can you connect with my dad for me, please? Okay, so I'll come back to you, love. We've got Loz Reed. Dad. Okay, I'll come back to you. So, Central Coast is very wet up here too. Yeah, well, see, you're higher than me. I'm down towards Parramatta way. It's Parramatta, Greystanes way. So that's where I am. But I'm in a new estate there, so it's not so bad. The builder that built the home, I swear to God, I take my hat off to him for the drainage here, because like I said, I'm on the downhill, and you would have thought I would have been flooded by now. No, it's pretty good. Even the pool's okay. Well, we've been letting it out every bloody 2 hours, so beautiful. So Marissa Serafino is from San Francisco Bay Area. Wow, my cousin from Australia came for a surprise visit. Oh, that's beautiful. Cool. Thank you. We got here. Now that crystal infused. Now that's not your real name, clearly, right? I don't need to be psychic to work that one out. So she says, would appreciate what you can see with my relationship, please. Multiple families of my 6 family homes, including mum, has lost everything. Any messages, please? I'm on the Sunshine Coast, but Lismore, Ballina is my family, so flat out trying to get donations to take them. Oh, lovely. Exhausted and about to head that way. Oh, you got to be careful. You got to be so careful. Honestly, I don't know how you're going to get up there, because I just know, I don't know if you've seen the Bureau of Meteorology. I'll show you again, because you might not have seen it when I came on. But this is it. This is just Sydney alone. Whoops. This is just Sydney alone. That's the weather. We've been getting that for 3 or 4 days, easy. I'll go to Queensland and I'll have a look for you, all right? Hang on a sec, if I can work it out. I'll go back. So I've got Queensland. But where's Ballina? Is that in or on the coast? Look, I'll just go in the middle. And they've got nothing there. Hang on. They've not even got a speck of rain. I went to Emerald, not a speck of rain. Well, that's supposed to be Gympie, so that's not much either. So looks like it's clearly coming down to us. Okay. So that's really bizarre. So we're getting smashed. I'll go Brisbane. Well, see, Brisbane's not getting much either. Yeah, look at that. So it's red though. But yeah, we're clearly getting smashed here. I pity those people. Look, I nearly drowned when I was a kid, so I'm petrified of water. That's why I never go in the ocean. I go in the ocean. I go in the ocean only when it's up to my knees, and that's about it, guys. So you're from Wollongong. Wow. You talk about spirits. Question, do we have many spirit guides or just one? Any messages for me, please? So that's a good question. So I had a couple of good questions last night too. And when I went through them this morning, but so for me, I believe, Willow, that I have two spirits, okay? So I have, and I believe it could possibly be my grandmother or my grandmother, which I was her favorite, or and I know that the other person, my real spirit guide, is a male, but it comes. I'm not sure if it's actually, I'll go back a step. I think it's a female, but it's so masculine it comes across as a male, if that makes sense. Because the way I see him, well, I should just say he's a him because that's how he behaves. The way I see him is like one of those old pharaohs. I might even see if I can put it on the screen. How would I do that today? Screen share. I wonder if I could video file screen share. I wonder if I can do that. Start screening, sharing tips, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. I've got to set it up. Bugger. Okay, I'll have to set that up for next time and I'll show you, do a screen share. But I see him as a pharaoh, and it's like this really, really tall, slim, like his body's just perfect. It's like not too muscly, not muscly. And he's got this huge, I don't know if you can see my neck, this huge big collar of gold around him, right? And I haven't seen that since probably about, I don't know, I discovered him maybe 8 months ago, if you're lucky. I think maybe 12 months ago, I don't know. But he stands to my right, and he stands with one of those big long poles, okay? So those big long poles with a curl, and it's like this. I'll draw it. Now that's a very bad drawing. It's like that. It looks like just like a walking stick, right? But it's not. But it's really tall. It's taller than him. So it's really, really tall. So yeah, and I see him there, and it's like he's got it anchored in the ground, and he just tells me things, he shows me things, he gives me everything. Okay. And then what I say to him, I'm on at 8 o'clock. I want you to give me everything at 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock. I don't want you to hold back. I want names, numbers, I want visual, I want feelings, I want senses, I want all the smells, I want everything. So give me everything. And then he does. That's how I operate with him. All right. So it's really hard sometimes, because when I see things, and most of you people know me now, but for the new people that are asking me the questions, when I see things, I see it because it's called remote viewing. So I see it, everything to my right. That's why I look to my right, and I see him as as out of your eyes. So I see everything out of your eyes. So if you're looking at something, for example, you're looking at a car accident, I will be in the car. If you're in the car at the car accident, I will be in the car looking out your eyes in the car. Before the impact, and this has happened to me before, several times, before the impact, my spirit guide will take me out of the car, leave you in the car, and it'll show me from the side of the road the car spinning or being hit. Okay, so that's what it shows me. So that's how my spirit guide works, guys. And what he does too is he shows me same thing over and over. For example, if I know that somebody's like me, if he shows me that somebody's like me, I should say, what he'll do is he'll show me, he'll quickly give me shadows to the right, and so that people running beside me, and I know that's spirit, not him, but spirit. And that's for the person that I'm reading. And it'll also show me the person that I'm reading, even though I can't see your photo. All I know is I get a name and a question. And what he'll do is he'll point them to my left. So he'll always point them to the left, and he'll show me a misty, like smoke, like, when you get out of the shower and it's got all that steam, like that. It'll just be like that behind the person. And they're always going left. Always. That's how I know straight away the person is like me, but they don't know how to use it. That's one thing that I know. A lot of other psychics might get similar things, like if I get a pain in my body, because I know I don't have any pain right now until I start reading the person. So if I get any pain in my body, if I get like a flick or any type of sensation, it could be very mild in my heart, I'll know that the person's either had a heart attack or died from a heart attack. Okay, so, or they've got heart issues. There's three things. So I have to kind of work it out. But if the sensation where he flicks me in the heart, or where he actually touches my heart, well, I don't know how he does it, right? I wouldn't have a clue. But where he hits me in the heart, if it gets a more sensation or it flickers, I know different things. Okay, so he'll point me in different directions. So I'll know that I'll need to either tell the person to get the heart checked, or I'll know straight away because I'll feel a big flick and then I'll feel nothing straight after it. So that means I know that the person's passed from a heart attack. Okay, completely gone. I also see things like he'll show me, for example, when I was on radio at SWR last week and the week before. If you go back to my not last week's show, the week before show, and then you'll hear me say, "There's a man on my floor," and I described him exactly the way he looked like in real life. I can tell you now, it was like I could literally touch him across the desk. He was on the floor in front of me, but I couldn't see the desk. I could actually see through the desk, and I could see this man lying on the floor, just our eyes closed. But because he looked like he was alive, but he was unconscious, I couldn't tell because Spirit showed me him on the floor as remote viewing, as me being there, finding him on the floor unconscious or dead. I wasn't sure. But Spirit showed me, and I stood back and I could see myself standing back from looking at this person because I wasn't sure in the spiritual world if he was alive or dead. Okay, then I saw people running to him. So I saw people scrambling to help him because he was unconscious. But at the time when I read that, I wasn't sure if he was alive or passed because he looked so fresh. He didn't look like he was dead, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's another indication. So I've been through so many people's houses. Honestly, the remote viewing is great because I can go into people's houses and I can actually describe the houses. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. And because I like real estate as a hobby, that's what I do with that as well. So it's pretty freaky. It still freaks me out. Don't get me wrong. It still freaks me out, but I try and do this so that I can educate people because I'm a trainer and assessor. I used to lecture anatomy and physiology, but I'm a qualified trainer assessor. So I do these shows to educate people so that if you're an up-and-coming psychic medium, you can actually start helping people. There's something like, what is there, 23 million people in Australia. I can't do them all. Well, I would like to help them all, but I can't. So, it's good to start helping people. And if you've got that intuition, like I said, I think it was on, which night was it? I think it was last week. I think it was either last Tuesday or last Wednesday last week. I said to a lady, I could see a mole on her back and I wanted her to go and get it checked because they just kept flashing this mole. They just kept showing me this mole on the back. And if I see that, why wouldn't I say it? And the biggest fear that everybody has with regards to being a psychic or a medium is that they're too afraid to say what they get. So anything that comes to your head, I can't stress this enough. If you're an up-and-coming psychic medium or you want to use the gift that you have to say everything you get, regardless if you're going to embarrass yourself. Regardless if it's a risk that it's going to be wrong, you still need to say it because Spirit will start trusting you. You need to trust Spirit, okay? That's so important. If I didn't trust Spirit, I would be all over the place. Do you think I'd be doing live shows 8 hours a week? No, I don't think so. But I have to trust Spirit. And as soon as I open my mouth, this is my saying. As soon as I open my mouth, my Spirit starts talking through my mouth. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how I do it. I just say what I get. And sometimes it's so faint, like I said before with the heart attack, it might be so faint, like the flick might be so, you flick yourself, like you flick yourself. So the flick might be so faint in my heart, but if I miss it, he'll do it again now, okay? So, but he'll do it a little bit harder. And then the pain that I get in my leg, like you see me sometimes, I can't see, I've got itchy eyes because people have got allergies. I can't stop scratching and I know it's not me because I don't have that. So I start in a neutral position with myself, and I don't go out of my way to do that. I just start, I know myself that I start in a neutral position, I call it now, because I know that I don't have any pain at all before I start any show. I don't have nothing, absolutely zero. But then I'll say, Spirit, let's rev it up, let's go. Okay, so let's go. We want to start, we want to get cracking. So, and then he'll go, oh, all right, I've got to please her because she wants that. Okay, and that's how he works. That's what you've got to do, is just trust Spirit, because Spirit will deliver. It's you that gets it wrong. It's not them that gets it wrong, because you can imagine them being really, really frustrated and trying to get a message across, saying, like I always say this example, and it's probably one of the better examples that I can find, is when I did a stage performance once. I had, there was quite a few people there. I was ping pong from the right of the room to the left of the room. Everyone was watching and they were laughing. I was laughing. I had them in stitches. But I was getting pulled back to this guy over here, because that energy for that man that I was reading in the audience, the energy of the past loved one was really strong. So he kept pulling me back there to go and tell them something. Then I had to run back to the other side of the room and tell these two ladies in front of me something. And then the two ladies in front of me, I got the name of the guy, which his name was Charlie. And he was a character. He was playing games with me the whole time. It was quite funny. And don't think that because they've passed, they can't play games. So what he was doing was he was standing there, but he was a huge Maori guy, and he had like just shorts on and like a t-shirt. I still remember him. And he's just standing with his hands in his pocket. And I described him to the people, to the ladies, and sure as ever, he showed me this concrete footpath, and I started laughing. I said, as if I'm going to tell them that. So he showed it to me again, and it's like he was running along the concrete footpath. And sure as ever, I said, and I was laughing, and everyone's laughing at me because I was laughing, because I didn't know what I was laughing at, but I did. And sure as ever, I said, he's showing me a concrete footpath. And the two ladies that I was reading for, they absolutely cracked up laughing, and I'm laughing at them now. I said, what are you laughing at, And they go, well, he was a concreter. So if I did not say that a concrete footpath, no way would he have given me any more messages. Okay, so that's really important, that if you're an upcoming medium, especially, this is mediumship stuff that I'm talking about. So if you're an up-and-coming medium, then you need to trust that information. It has to be trusted. If you don't trust it, you're not going to get proper answers. You're not going to get proper answers to anybody's questions. And I don't use tarot cards. I mean, I've got, where are they? Where are my little cards? Hang on, somewhere here. I'll put them up here the other day, I think. Yeah. So sometimes, like at home, I might use an affirmation card, but I mainly just sit here playing with them because I don't even know what to do with cards. So that's how I work. But so I've got love here for the first card. How cool is that? And that's probably one of my favorite words. So yeah, but that's how I work. It's called remote viewing, and that's what Spirit shows me. So I'm doing a workshop on this Saturday night. There's a few people that are booked for it. But if you want to learn how to do that, then go over to my page, Psychics on Radio, Angels and Air, and join up for this workshop on Saturday night, because I give you everything. I give you all the tips. We do games. I make sure that you start talking to Spirit, okay? And even if you're not psychic or you're not a medium, it doesn't matter. I do stuff for the mind to get you motivated so that you can actually achieve your goals. Remember, I'm a personal trainer. I've been a PT for 35 years. So I know how to push you, and I know how to get you motivated. That's why I give you a virtual kick up the butt every now and then. See, I laugh at my own jokes. So let's keep going. So if you've got any questions about Spirit, let's do that, all right? Let's do some of them tonight. Give me a break from the readings. It's you know what it is, Loz? It's not a matter of being incredible. I try and remain humble, and that's how I explain it to people. I don't want my head up my bum. I don't think I'm the best in the world. I'm certainly not the best in the world, but I try my best, and I make sure that I deliver the message that I get from Spirit. That's really important. And yes, go get your mole check, please. I just saw that. So isn't it funny how I used that as an example? And here you are right in front of me. So that's a sign, lovey. So Lillian, go get that body checked for moles, okay? And there's a thing called, I think it's called a mole map, MAP. So get the doctor to do a mole map on you so that they can see if you've got any moles. They can actually see where they've changed in the next year, okay, when you go back. So make sure you do that. So Julie, she says, I love listening to you explain all these things you see and do. Yeah, so it's really quite bizarre. It's like I said, Jules, it's still Wendy, it still freaks me out, honestly. The other night when my friend Michelle walked into the thing, I did not see her. And I told her after the show, I said, Michelle, I did not see you at all. All I saw was a young kid, and he had a completely different hairdo. Completely different hairdo. I didn't even see it was her. It frightened the life out of me. It was on Monday night, if you want to go back to that, at almost the end of the show. So she came there to say hello to me. And so, yeah, it was pretty freaky. So if anybody's in Sydney and they want to come onto, like, you've got to be a top fan to do this, all right? So I'll put Kelly on Sunday night. So if you're in Sydney and you want to come on my show, then message me or put your name up here. So, and, put your name up, and then whoever I'm drawn to, I'll get you to come on either Sunday night show or next Wednesday night show or Tuesday night show, doesn't matter, in the radio studio. So you can see how I operate. You can see how fast everything is. You can see how everything works out. Okay. So it's really interesting. I hope that, what's her name? Kelly. I hope that she had a good night. And I think she did. She was actually quite in shock, God love her. So, yeah. So I don't think I'm incredible. I just like helping people, so that's my heart. I give you my heart and I give it to you from spirit. And I'm not actually really spiritual altogether. I don't have like those fancy, different things around the house. I have a couple of tiny little, what do you call them, crystals, and that's it, near my bed, and that's it, whoopee-doo. I have a salt lamp downstairs, and it's quite a big one, but that's about it. I'm very plain Jane with all this stuff, and because I believe that spirit will give me the messages anyway. I don't want to limit myself. I don't lock myself into any cards like tarot cards, and that's no offense to anybody. Anybody can use that to start with, just like I started with my my made up, spices for my coffee cup readings or my spice readings, and my Turkish coffee, like I did last night on that show. So. You can do things like that. Just make up your own thing. That's what I did. Who in this world says that that's right or wrong? You just do what you can to increase your awareness. And also with spirit too, like it will give you protection. So for example, if I'm on now and I say to spirit, I want everything between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, and he gives me everything. And then also, if I'm driving home from, say, SWR, like Radio SWR tonight, but I'm not there tonight because they're doing all the weather reports. I'll tell you an example. Actually, I'll go back a step. So one night I was leaving from there, and I just finished the show set up at SWR, and all of a sudden I saw this. I was just about to get in the car, and I saw this van in front of me. Then I saw somebody run behind the van, and sure as ever, I would have hit him. This is my vision, okay, before my vision, before I'd even left the building. I was getting in the car and I thought, what's this? This is crazy. This is really like weird. How did I see that? I thought spirit turned off, Sure as ever, I'm going along the street, just go past the lights, and then all of a sudden I see this van. What happens? I put my foot on the brake because spirit said brake like this, and this man runs straight out in front of me. I kid you not. I swear on my daughter's life. And I went, oh, my God. And I just watched this bloke just run straight across the front of the car. I must have missed him by so much, honestly. So that's spirit protecting me. That's spirit making sure that I'm safe, because that's what I say to him. I say, okay, when we're not on with people, when we don't have to deliver a message, I want you to protect me and my daughter, my pets, and my my home. I want you to protect me from everything, my car, everything. Okay? That's what I do with him. So that's what you can do. You can start talking to spirit, and you can start saying to spirit, you can start saying to spirit, give me everything you got. I'm going to be opening my channel or whatever it is, opening your mind, and you've got to sort of lower your vibration. And that's really hard to do if you're a high vibration person, which I am as well, because I'm a personal trainer. So I'm always motivated, always on the go, never stop, right? So if I'm going to be calm, I have to be really, really calm. And I go into another world. You guys have seen me here do this, okay? Most of you have seen me do it. And what I do is I look to the right and then I see everything on my right. But you'll see a different change in my face. Some of my friends tell me, "Oh my God, Lesley, your whole personality changes and you go into another world." I go, "I know, because I can't see. I actually got my eyes open, but I literally cannot see like a millimeter in front of me because my spirit's showing me everything." So that's how it works for me. Okay, yeah. So she says, "Okay, I have a large one on my back. It itched a little lately. So that's a sign, lovey, okay? Because moles don't itch. So that's somebody doing that too." She said, my dad and mama gave the same one. Okay, but my dad was cancerous, so doctor removed his 100%. Go and get it checked. I swear. I don't feel like it's going to be cancerous. I feel like this is a warning sign, okay? And I don't say things for no reason. There's no way I say things for no reason. Whatever I get is for a reason, lovey, okay? So I'm just going to go over to this huge post here that I just noticed. One second. Okay, is that it? Yeah, that's it. So I'm just going to read this one, but half of it's on here. Okay, so she says, "Oops." So she says, "So the first night I woke from a dream, there was an electrical fire. I woke up. My room stunk like electrical fire. Nowhere else in the home. I called my mum. Nothing. Second night I was escaping with her in my dream and woke to messages. She almost died 9 months, 9 meters up, being rescued from a stranger. My partner's car horn went off. That I can't understand the writing. That went for at least a minute. I called my cousin, asked was her mum okay. Her mum's mum and family lost their homes. I guess that was a warning. Third night I woke last night to the song Amazing Grace. Yeah, right. Well, you need to start listening to spirit because there's signs, okay? So there's lots of signs there, lovey. Really, really lots of signs, okay? So if you get a sign, if you get a feeling, follow it. It's so important. I can't stress that enough. That's really, really important. So join my workshop this Saturday night, okay? If you want to be a bit more motivated, it's up on my events page. So go there and have a look. So we've got Alicia and Gabrielle from the USA. Thanks for joining me. So I'll just write down there a general for you and we'll come back to you, lovey. So can you bring me the water? Can we come around this side? They can't see you.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't. Come in. They can't. Look, the camera's facing elsewhere. My daughter's. No, I'm not. My daughter's bringing me a cup. Like, look at the cup that she gives me. It's got a bullet in it. It's one of her favorite cups. She just finished training in our gym in the garage. And I sent her a message saying, "Can you please bring me the cup?" She goes, "I don't want to be on the screen," because she's all sweaty. God love her. So where was I up to? Yeah, right. So I understood. Okay, we'll keep going. Learn to take a compliment. If people say you are incredible, accept it, darling. You bright up so many lives. That's true. I know I do, but like I know I need to do this, and that's my journey, I think. Thank you. So Dilma, she says, "Hi Lesley. How young were you when you started being able to converse with spirit? Did you need to learn how to do it, or was it actual? Sometimes I get messages quite strongly, but then others it feels like it's almost switched off. I don't do anything in particular to encourage messages. They just come however when I want to channel the message. However, when I want to channel the message, I can't call. Yeah. So do what I said before, sweetie. So yeah, I can't call on them. So like I said, I tell my spirit and I've trained him and I'll put boundaries around when they can come in, because if you can imagine, if I have, 60 people or 30 people on a live or whatever it is, I'll get double or triple the amount of spirits coming through here. So I have to put a boundary on it. I have to say to them, no, line up, line up at the door, So it's, Yeah. So when I was younger, I was saying last night that I saw this beautiful angel I was sitting on my back porch, and I saw this beautiful angel right as far as I could see. And I don't know if I was dreaming or I was just being a kid. I don't know. Anyway, I always was good at playing sport because I could read the game. I'd always say, I played soccer. I said, oh, the ball's coming here. Watch out, Natalie, or watch out, Susie, or watch out, Louise. The ball is coming to you. And sure as ever, the ball will go to the person, right? So, and everybody knows me at school for playing soccer because I must admit, I was good at that too because I just could read the game. I just could do it. And I didn't realize then that I was psychic. I didn't know anything about it. I was just a kid. And so then I had cancer 15 years ago. And I saw lots of spirit in my room. I had my own private room when I was recovering, and I had 4 operations in 6 months. And sure as ever, I saw spirit, I saw ghosts. I'm telling you, I was not just on the medication to stop the pain. I was actually seeing things. I 100% believe I was seeing things. And then from that point forward, I had a PT client that I was invited with her to go and watch another lady. So I went and watched another lady, and as I was sitting there, I could actually get the same messages as the woman that was the psychic that was doing it. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this fascinates me. So I went and did some classes and stuff like that for a while, and I started using my spirit. But before I go to those classes, I'd get really, really bad headaches and like could not shake the headaches. It was incredible, the headaches. And then one day, this is my 3rd time to the classes. I can't come in anymore. I keep getting headaches. And one of the students turned and said, Lesley, you've got to acknowledge spirit because they're all trying to get through and they're all smashing your head at the same time. It's like, 20 or 30 spirits trying to get through. So you can just imagine how it feels to try and let a whole football team try and come through your front door, and they're all strangers. So I have to actually make sure that I put a boundary around energy or other people's spirits because they'll keep attaching to me and they'll attach to you too as well. So that's what you got to make sure of. You got to make sure that you don't have these other spirits attached to you or go home with you, I should say. So they will. So for example, if you're a nurse or a doctor, or you actually push patients down the hallway to their surgery room or whatever, they will attach to you in carers homes, old people's homes and stuff like that. Palliative care. You have to actually think about pulling back and saying to them, okay, I acknowledge you and go away, because you'll start to feel heavy because they start to tax your soul. That's what I know. Okay, so they'll actually start to come on board and start to apply pressure to your body. And then all of a sudden you feel really heavy, you're lethargic. Now, sometimes I get like that, and I know that they're all attached to me. So I won't be able to get off get up, get my head up, and I'm never like that. I know that I've got spirit attached to me, so I have to actually try and release them and get rid of them. That's how I work with them. And sometimes they're really, really persistent. I'll give you another example. I went down to my, this is a really bizarre story. So I went down to my friend, one of my friends referred me to this beautician down the road here, and I booked an appointment. And that morning I just couldn't be bothered going, and I'm going, oh, I don't want to go. I've got too much to do at home, blah, blah, blah. So sure as ever, I heard the voice, no, go, in my head. I went, oh, okay, here we go. So I get down the road to the place. I literally forced myself to go to the beautician. But the night before I did psychic television, I was on the phones, right? I was on the phones doing the phones, and I had this lady call through, and I did a reading for her, and I saw her cousin, they were really close. Her cousin had hung himself, okay? So he was right next to me, and that was my first hanging. And then I saw a phone call, and I saw him do what he did. And then and he was really quite the kind that wanted to shock me. And I said to him, okay, that's enough. Just take it away now. I don't need to see it again and again and again, because it was pretty horrendous. It was my first one. Anyway, so I told the young lady on the phone, I know she changed her name. And I know that there was a phone call, and I knew that there was a disagreement between the cousin and the girlfriend. And the girlfriend had hung up the phone and never spoke. And I knew that he called somebody else at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and sure as ever he did. So I went down to the beautician, and she said to me, I said to her, I was just lying there getting my face done. And sure as ever, I said, I had this woman in front of me, and I had my eyes closed because I had these things on my eyes. And I had my eyes closed, and I said to this lady, the beautician, I said, who is, the lady with the red hair? And I said, she's showing me her nose. her nose is broken and then it's fixed again like this. And she must have looked at me really weird. I couldn't see it because I had those things in my eyes. And she's looked at me really weird and she said, oh, and I said, who's Wendy to you? Because Wendy Harvey, it was her name too. It was Wendy. I said, who's Wendy to you? And she goes, oh my God. She goes, that's my cousin. She had a nose job. I went, oh, okay, righto. I surprised myself. And I said, oh, and she goes, are you? And I go, yeah, sorry, I'm a psychic, but this lady keeps coming through here for me while I'm trying to relax. I said, I thought I'd be able to get away with it and not, have any interruptions today like this. And we just laughed. And then she says, oh, yeah, Wendy, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And then I said to her, she said, oh, tell me, what's happened? Like, how do you do it? And I just said, oh, well, last night I had my first suicide. And sure as ever, she said, oh, right. And she said, I was telling her what I just told you guys to explain it. And she goes, Lesley, you're not going to believe this. That sounds exactly like Wendy's partner that died of suicide. So that's how spirit works. So I had the phone call the night before, the vision of him, I forced and pushed to go to have the facial. And then sure as ever, they end up being cousins. And guess who I ended up talking to that afternoon was Wendy, because that was her cousin. That was the beautician's cousin. So that's how it works, okay? So it's really quite bizarre. And so spirit will push you. So that young man that died, energy was so strong because I saw him like he was standing right next to me. But his energy was so wrong. He pushed me to go and get the facial so I could actually go and get all that information back to his ex-girlfriend. Okay, so that's how it works. And that's how they'll do things to you. They'll push you in directions that you don't even know they're doing that. And I didn't know at the time. And that's why I think, oh my God, it surprises me all the time. So fair enough. So we'll keep going. So what do you think of that story? Don't you think that would have freaked me out? Yes, it did. So how do you lower your vibration? I don't know. I just become really calm. I don't know if that's spirit doing it for me, but I just become really calm. Okay. And I don't have any pain. I just feel really like you can see my wings. Like look at my wings on the screen, guys. You'll see the halo. I posted it up on my page today. You'll see my halo. See my halo? My wings? It's really quite. I posted up on my page today the halo around me when I did a Zoom a few weeks ago. It was far out. It was so crazy. But how do I lower my vibration? I don't know. I actually feel like that spirit's here doing it. I feel like he does it for me anyway. Okay, so if I knew, I'd tell you. I don't like keeping secrets like that. So we'll keep going. So post up your questions again because I'm going to scroll forward. No, I don't do any meditation. I don't need to. I just bang, bang, bang. When you see me on radio, it's a lot faster than here because I'm a bit more relaxed here, but I just go bang, bang, bang. It's just all information. As soon as I open my mouth, Willow, it's straight through. I don't need any meditation. I can't meditate to save my life. So I'm actually too active. My mind's too fast. So I always talk to my mother when I'm driving and I see her initials on number plates. Oh, that's beautiful. See, she's giving you signs. That's what you got to look for. Lots of signs. So spirit behaves in very, very, very different ways. It really does. Like I see a lot of number plates too. I see a lot of numbers. And if I get like 222 or where's my little trusty sheet? Hang on. Send my paperwork here. No, it's there somewhere. But if I see like 222 or 555, that means change. 222 is other meanings. You just look them up. Look up all the numbers. Every time you see numbers, Lisa, you look them up. Sorry. Yeah, that's beautiful, Lisa. So she says, I always ask for a protective shield to be placed around me and my family, our cars when they are still, and when we are driving our home, pets. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So that's what you need to do. Yeah, thank you. So anybody can be a psychic, okay? Anybody can do this. You can't always be, and that's no offense, but you can always be a psychic, and read past, present, and future, but you can't always be a medium. Some people just not like that. I'm both of those things. USA also. Thanks for joining me, Lillian. Yeah, that's right. So there's lots of signs. So for that, those are my signs that I see. But however, you might get a different sign there. Okay. So you guys might get a completely different sign to what I get. So and for example, if I know that a person, if I see Robin Williams who passed by suicide, I'll know, or I'll see them next to me doing what they did to pass by suicide, right? But if I see Robin Williams, I know that he was a comedian. So sometimes my spirit will show me him, and I'll know that, and I'll see him laughing. So I'll know that that means that the person that I'm reading for, the past loved one, was a comedian. Like he was really quite funny. So Jess said, she said, "Hi Leslie. With the nutrition, what you said last night, I'm losing weight and I'm on a waiting list for weight loss surgery, but I don't know when it is. And with July is my brother's birthday." Yeah, I feel like yeah, I just feel like that look, I don't want to convince you not to have weight loss surgery, but I feel like you can do it yourself. That's what I get without the pain of surgery, lovey. But anyway, if you have to do it like that, then you have to do it like that. But I don't feel like that you're going to have this surgery. What's this month? This is March, April, May, June, July. Oh, I feel like maybe June. It's going to be touch and go before July. So it's purely, they're saying to me, the ball's in your court, whether you want it or not, before the brother's birthday. Okay, you could actually ask them to do it in like end of July after the brother's birthday. Okay, because you've waited this long, you might as well enjoy the birthday. That's what I get. So Alicia says, your spirit, is it your ancestors, people you know, or random people? How do you protect yourself? So I feel like it's my grandmother. I was the favorite, like one of them. Okay, I feel like that she's hangs around a lot. For example, I said last night that when it was my birthday last year, she used to smell the smelling salts, and I was walking down my stairs here at home, and sure as ever, there was the smelling salts and lavender I could smell on the way down the stairs, because that's what she used to give me. I've got lavender around the house, like dried out lavender. So, and it is a random person. Like it can be. So when you ask the question there, Alicia, for the random person, what I get is say for instance, your past loved one will be here. So that is the message from them. So that will be the random person. So that would be a spirit energy from the person that I'm reading's past loved one. Okay. And then they will tell me, they will show me, I will have to describe what they're wearing, so that if, for example, if it's your grandmother, for example, Alicia, I would describe what she's wearing or what she done or what her personality was, because she'll show me. Okay. And how do I protect myself, you asked? So after my shows, like I've had psychics on my shows, and they will go to all ends of the world to go and put crystals in their bra, to putting candles on around the house, to having a shower before a reading, after a reading, and before the next reading, and then after. Like it's just insane. Me, I just do my normal everyday routine. I don't do anything special. I do a bit of protection when I feel heavy, and when I feel that people are negative or they've got an issue. I will white light them, and I will also send them away. Okay, if they're really negative, I will send them away. That's what I'll do. So what I mean by sending them away, you're asking. So I'll put them as like a small little tiny smurf, and they're about so big, smurf. And then what I'll do is I'll blow them away, and I'll send love and light, and I'll get rid of them, and I'll just keep blowing away, and I'll just keep getting rid of them. Okay, so I'll send them right off into the universe, and I'll watch all the wind in their hair, and I picture them with the wind in their hair going in the opposite direction to me to get them out of my life. Guarantee you, 2 weeks they're gone. Even less. And I've done it. And I've done it so many times. Okay. So if I want to get rid of them, I do that. But I always send them love and light and get rid of them, because I don't want them to, I don't want the karma coming back to me. So that's really important. And thank you for your question. So Lisa, she says, my dad always told me to say, if I ever feel spirit around and it's uncomfortable, if you want to be friends, you can stay. If you would like, if not, Would you please leave? 100%. That's exactly how I do it. But I mainly, because I'm so close to spirit, I can't get any closer to spirit. What I do is I put boundaries around it because I can't have them annoy me all day. I've got to have my head straight. So Starling, she says, can you tell me what the name or type of gift I have? What do you mean? She says, is it hereditary or from who? How do I study and research the things that happen within me and things I know? Well, that's what I was saying earlier, Lovey. You come over and you go to my mentoring thing this Saturday night because I'm teaching people how to pull in spirit more as well. Okay, so do that tonight. Do that on Saturday night. So go to my events page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and you'll be able to see my event up there for the Divine Angels workshops. Okay, so thank you. Yeah, that's beautiful. So, and I also protect myself. So just going back to that question, how do I protect myself? So I send them off as well. And I also, so sometimes it's hard for me to put white light around myself. I don't know why. But what I'll do is I'll see my soul, I'll picture my soul, my body outside of my body, if that makes sense. And then I'll white light everything. So I'll white light all my body outside of that, and then it comes back into me. That's so weird, I know, but that's how I do it. And then because I can't lock onto myself sometimes, right? Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But then what I'll do also is in the shower, I'll let the water run on top of me, and I'll just let that, and I'll picture that as white light, and I'll just let all that white light, and I say, release the negative energy from me. And that's what I do. Okay. And then I'll just make sure that my daughter's like covered with white light, my pets, everything. So, and I normally just, when I lock on, I call it locking on. So I mainly, if you can see my outside of my figure here, my head and my body, you got to picture the person that you want to white light, or even yourself, with like an aura of whiteness around themselves. Okay. So that's really important, because then that way you can lock on. And if it doesn't lock on, if you can't hold it there for, like 10 seconds or more, or whatever you feel comfortable with, then it's not working. It won't work. So you need to actually lock on and hold it there so it works. Okay, it needs to work. If it doesn't lock on and it doesn't stay there, it's not working. It's not doing jack. It's not doing anything at all. Okay, so let me keep going forward. So what's this one? Jessica at Scissorhands. Hey, Lesley, my big sister Joanna thinks someone is hexing her because a lot of bad things is happening to her. And I feel like someone is, and it's a lady we know. So also, going to the protection part as well, what I also do is I add an additional effect, which is when I lock on, or when I see my soul outside of myself, when I put the white light around myself, I make it as a reflective mirror that rebounds everything back off to people that have an issue with anything. Okay, so that's what I do. I make sure that the rebound is there. So, I had a bit of a dispute today with some loser, and what I did with him is that I put white light all around him, send him love and light. Okay, lots of love and light. Made sure that he hopefully will pull his head in, but anyway. So what do we got here? Vanessa Gilbert says, when you got turned into spirit, did you connect to family members? So what made you decide to connect to other people, or not just with family? So I didn't actually ask to be connected to family members, and I've only got my grandmother that I'm not sure 100%, because I feel like she comes in and out. But if I'm in danger, she's there. I know she is. I can feel it. But if it's anything else, it's mainly my spirit guide, Vanessa. Okay. Or if I'm reading for you, Vanessa, it'll be your past loved ones standing here, all in a row, waiting their turn, or pushing in front of each other, or pushing the other person before you that I've just read, or after you that I will read, pushing them away so that they can get in. Okay. Because spirit can be very pushy. You think that they're pushy on earth? Well, they're pushy on the other side too, let me tell you. But you've got to have your boundaries. That's how I know it. That's how I understand it. And that's why I feel like my readings are a bit more limitless. I don't get any limitations. And I also get the messages because I actually make them, I train them so that they do the right thing by me, and it's under my control, because otherwise they're going to be all over me. Okay, because I'm wide open. I'm wide open when I'm talking to spirit. So we normally don't do health readings, Lee. Okay, Leah. So normally every single psychic medium should not do a health reading, only if they're a qualified doctor or whatever the case may be. Okay, but they can point you into directions to go and see doctors. They can point you into directions of saying, you're deficient in minerals, which I do feel like you're deficient in minerals, Leah. So yeah, I feel like that you need to have a top up with all your essential, and I mean that essential vitamins and minerals. Okay. And I feel like for you too, that you just don't eat right, lovey. Not eating right at all. Everything, and you don't drink enough water, because I feel really dry around the mouth. Okay. So yeah, look into naturopathy or something like that to get your essential minerals especially up. Okay. So, and I'll leave it there. And I've got pain around my shoulder for you. So what's going on there? I just feel like it's really, really sore, like a dull ache. What's going on there? So love, like, and share my page, guys, if you can. That'd be great. I'm doing a mentoring workshop this Saturday night. So if you want to join me, go over to the page and have a look. So Leah says, I don't know if you scroll up, because please, can I have a health reading? Yeah, we've just done that one. From the spirits, please. Yeah, that's fine. No, I don't think I'm amazing. I think I'm just a normal everyday psychic. Thank you, Alison. I don't want to have like this big fat head at all. But I'll just explain. I like to explain everything. That's the teacher in me. That's the lecturing in me. But I like to explain how I get it, how I get the messages, because then it makes more sense to you. Because it must feel weird when you see other psychics and they sit there and they just go, oh, here's a tarot card, you get this and blah, blah, blah. But for me, it's not like that. She said, really would love some advice around relationship. Please, please, please. Here I am trying to get donations and help family who's lost homes, and I got to deal with his paranoia again. Will it ever stop? It's not going to stop, lovey. You need to move on. Okay, so that paranoia is not helping you with anything. You just said it yourself, sweetie. This guy is just it's too full on. It's going to do your head in. It's already doing your head in. Okay, so I can just see him there. It's like he's on the couch and he just sits there just festering things up in his head. It's like he's got his legs up on a what are those things called, those padded things, a puff or whatever they're called. He's got his feet up on one of them and he's actually just drumming things up in his head. I don't feel like he's all there in the head. Actually, sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I just feel like he's not there. It's a bit and it's not even mental health. It's actually something else. Like, does he smoke pot? Does he do anything with drugs? What's the go there? What's with the head? Because I feel there's a lot of confusion, unless that's just normally him and it's coming across like that. But I just feel like you're dodging a bullet to get away, lovey. Okay, there's no need for paranoia. If you're not doing anything wrong, there's no need for it. Love should never hurt. I haven't said that for a couple of weeks. Love should never hurt, and if it's hurting, there's something wrong. It should never hurt. That's not love. You don't have a relationship where you have to be treading on eggshells. You don't have to have a relationship with anybody, a boss, a work colleague, a relative, anybody, where you have to tread on eggshells, and that's what I feel like you're doing. What's this here? Delma says, I keep feeling like something is missing. Can you try to connect to tell me what it is, please? What's missing? I don't understand. If there's nothing missing in your life, there's nothing missing. You'll know straight away, Delma. So I don't feel like there's anything missing in your life. I just feel like there's probably a little bit of money issues and you feel a bit lonely. You actually doesn't matter how many people are around you, just feel like you're lonely. That's what I feel. And you can't really talk to too many people. Okay, that's what I'm getting for you, sweetie. So I don't know why, but I'm getting this really sore neck. Is this you, or was this the other lady I just read before? So I'm getting a really, really sore neck and really, really sore shoulders. Like I can't put my arm up. So, but that's what I feel around you. I feel like there's a gap or there's a void in your life because you're not satisfied with what you're doing. That's what the issue is, okay? So when you're not satisfied with things with what you're not doing, so it's virtually like you're in automatic mode and you're not actually striving to do what you want to do or what's your purpose to do things, okay? So ask yourself, guys, what is your purpose? Why are you on this earth and what is your purpose to do? Because you're not just here just to work, go home, eat, go to bed, and then go to work, go home, eat, go to bed. It's not, it just can't be that routine all the time. There's got to be other things in your life where you have to enjoy things. And I don't feel like you're enjoying things at the moment either, Delma. Okay, so they're just saying to me, it's like a reality check, what I've just said, I think. All right. Doesn't matter how many people around you, you're still lonely. You're lonely in your soul. You got to find that little tiny little niche that actually sets you up to give you that self-satisfaction. So look for what your purpose is. I'll leave it there. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny how you say that. I got some weird numbers today too. I'll show you if I can get them up on my screen. Hang on a second. So today I got 2222. Look at that. Whoops. Can you see that? The 2 on the second. That's cool. And that was just fluke. And then I just heard Spirit say, check your phone. I went, all right. See, and that's what he does to me. But I got, so I got this one. I got 1212 today as well on the 2nd of March. And then I got 1001. I just so happened to look at it at the right time. The other day I got the 222. So lots of twos this week for me. Okay, whoops. And have a look at this. How cute is this, right? This is these two little pets that I saw sitting out the front. Look, how cute is that? Sitting out the front when I was driving home from work the other day. How cute is that? And now we're just sitting there just looking at the traffic. But there's 111. I got that on the 28th. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So trust your angels with the numbers because they're giving you those numbers because they're trying to tell you something, okay? So look them up. They're really cool because they're actually letting you know that they're around. So Megan Lumley, she says, how can I support my son better and help him find his way? He barely goes to school and has zero interest. Right. Well, then you need to find what interests him. Look, every single person on this earth has some form of something that they're good at. You just got to find what they're good at. I always believe that, I've been around too long to not know that, so he might like what's it called? What do you call fencing? Like they do the fencing and they like the Zorro stuff, You're probably laughing at me now, just for an example. But yeah, you've got to find what they like. And if he's pouting at home and pouting about something, he might not want to go to school because he's getting bullied, or he might not want to go to school because there's other issues at school. Okay, ask him, does he enjoy school? Ask him what would he like to do. So I'll give you an example. When my daughter was younger, she would have, I think she was about 12 or 13. I said, what do you want to do? She said, I want to be famous. And I laughed. She goes, no, I want to be famous, Mum. I said, all right. So it turns out that one day I was going to work and I was putting my jacket on. She came up to me. She said, Mum, let me do it. And I said, why? And I said, I can do it. I'm not disabled. My arms are still working like this. And she laughed at me and she said, no. She says, I'm just making you get used to this, my security guards putting the jacket on for when I'm famous. I went, oh, right, okay. So, and sure as ever, she's quite famous right now. So it all comes to play. And she did not do well at high school. She's like me, did not do well at high school. We both didn't, but we've been successful. So you've just got to find that little niche. And if my daughter ever came home and she was upset about school, or she was pouting, or there was negative vibes around her, what I do is I've always said this: get the socks out of the drawer and have a sock fight. I swear to God, socks change everybody's life, even your husband or anybody. Just get the socks and peg it at them, and they will go, what the hell's going on? And they realize that they're in a sock war. And it's quite funny. And that way you break the state, you break their sadness, you break everything. Everything gets broken up because it's funny, okay? And also put music on. I can't tell you how good music is when music is on in the house, and it's like a tone or a tempo that's actually really quite, enjoyable and pumping up and whatever else, and it might be his genre, then that will make him feel better as well. Okay, so as a mother, I totally get where you're coming from. You always want to see your child happy, but you can't feed into the negative, which sounds like almost a little bit what you're doing. Okay, so you can't feed into him. You ignore the negativity pouting, unless he's hurt himself, of course. But you also draw in other tools, which is like socks, and have a sock fight. I honestly recommend it. I've recommended it to so many people in a lot of ways over the last 20 years, and it's worked. So it might not be the best advice. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a counselor, but I just know what I know from experience. And I'll leave it there. Thank you. So here we go. We've got some beautiful validations here of some good deeds. So Jess Black, she has sent me down these gorgeous bracelets. I've just about done them all to send them out. So they'll be coming to you by the end of the week. So these are the bracelets. She's also made me these gorgeous angel key rings, and everything is handmade, beautiful crystals. Okay. So there's like the jade one. I've just done the blue. Hang on. You got this one. You got jade. I love the green. The green is so pretty. So guys, send me what you've done. So send me your random acts of kindness, and I will send you a beautiful gift. So what's this one here? She says, "Hi Lesley, my good deed was sending money to a friend because she could not afford to pay for food for her kid. Thank you so much for your work." Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. Well done. Send me your don't send it on here. Send me a private message with your proper name and your postal address, lovey, and I'll send you a gift. I gotta write it down. Hang on. Where's my little trusty thing here? I'll have to write it in my book. So who are you? Well, that's not your name, but anyway. So we'll come back to Loz Reed. She wanted a reading. If you're still here, Loz, let me just see. Just write on the bottom if you're still here, because I don't feel like I need to do it if you're not still here. Loz Reed, let me know if you still want that reading. Okay, what else have we got? Okay. Oh, right. So here we go. So there's Delma's validation. Says, "I have had a shoulder injury as of last October. I understand everything you said. I am working to working to reconnect with family. I felt very lost since the passing of my mum and then my brother. I shared everything with these people. I miss that connection." Yeah, lovey, it's hard, isn't it? Oh, Megan Lumley just said, "You're basically describing my daughter too." Wow. Yeah. So, yeah, for teenagers these days, you can imagine how they feel. Like they've been locked up so many times with this damn BS stuff, this lock up. I call it lock up, not lock down. They've been locked up so many times. And then also, we've got the rain here in New South Wales. They've been locked up again. They must be going crazy. Stir crazy, we call it. Do I put names in the freezer? No, never. I don't believe in that. I do not believe in that. I just believe in getting rid of them out of everything. No, I don't believe in that. I don't tolerate any crap from anybody at all. No, I don't care who it is. It could be God or the Queen. No one. I don't tolerate nothing. I don't need to put them in the freezer either. Or some people you want to put in the freezer, but yeah. So all right. I'll read this one out, but I'm going to go back to Loz. Is she there? Is Loz, you there? Yeah, okay. So we'll go back to Loz, and then I'm going to come over to the other ones, and I'll come back to Susan, okay? So Loz, I feel like I need to give you a little bit of a card as well, a little bit of a inspiration card, whatever you call them. This is the deck. Destiny card. Okay. And I normally don't do this, but I'm going to just do a quick shuffle as they do. I'm just pretending I know how to shuffle because I don't. And this is what's popped out. reflection for you, okay? So, Loz, what I get for you with Dad is I get the number 16 around you, and I also feel like 17 and 18 is important as well. They're saying to me that the month of September is important. So I get around 2 to 4 p.m. that Dad's passed or either had the funeral as well. And I also feel like, now, why is he showing me a dark blue car? Dark blue car, 4-door car. Okay, so when I see the car there, I just want to say to Loz that we need to have everything looked on it properly, because I don't like seeing cars, and they always show me a car that needs maintenance or some form of, attendance to it. Okay, so it might be 3 or 2 baldy wheels, or wheel alignment needs done, or brakes or some, or maintenance. Okay, so just like whatever, filter change and stuff like that. See, now that pain's gone in my shoulder now, Delma. So yeah. And I also feel like for you too, that going forward, there's a lot of little hiccups for you around. Your dad's saying around you and also around him before he passed. So what does that mean? Because he's saying to me that he's shown me here, and he's shown me was he all itchy on the face, or what was with the hair? Did he have a beard or a goatee? Was it there? Because it feels like to me that he has like he used to touch all the time. He's just showed me touch it. Was that a short little goatee? Or who's that around you with the goatee? Because I see a man with that. And I also feel like for you with Dad too, there was issues around either impact here or something not right here with the face, okay? Or that's you. Someone's got either sinus or impact or injury to this side, because I can feel it here. And he's also telling me that you're suffering with a lot of anxiety at the moment. And there's also, I feel like there's a younger teenager around you. And I could be wrong, but he's saying to me 14. So 14-year old. And I feel like this person just needs a welfare check. They're not coping with things around them, okay? So whoever that is doesn't necessarily need to be your child. And I feel like this is a male. And I feel like this is... the male just needs a welfare check, okay? So make sure you do that. It doesn't necessarily need to be a child, okay? It's somebody around you. You'll know who it is. Skinny little guy, not very tall, but not very short. He's about my height, so about 168 centimeters, all right? So he's actually pretending like he's got everything worked out, but he doesn't have it worked out, okay? And I feel like he just needs a welfare check. They're also saying to me too that what's with and I just saw, they just said his mother. So what does that mean? Or your mother? What does that mean? Why did your dad say me that? Tell me that, or say that? Why do you say that? And Dad's also got issues with the throat or swallowing as well, because I feel like that he couldn't talk properly sometimes. Did he had something down his throat, or who's that around you as well? I'm getting more pain here. So I'm getting lots of pain in here, the eye socket, like everywhere there. It's like real painful. And I'll leave it there. But the message for you, lovey, is to push past all this little bit of obstacles that are around you, okay? I just feel like going forward, it's going to be a lot better coming around April, May. So April, May is going to be a lot different for you. And he's saying to me, expect the unexpected, because it's going to be different. All right. It's going to be busier as well. So you're going to enjoy it. Enjoy the journey, he's saying to me as well. And I'll leave it there. Thank you. So we've got here Erica from USA. She said she wanted a general. So I'll also get the number 13 around you as well there, Erica. So that's number 4. So we've got the month of April. I got birthdays and anniversaries coming up, April, May, June, they said. And I also feel like for you going forward that there's a few opportunities. So they just flash opportunities to me. And it's like it's like you're just flying past everything, It's like you have to keep going. You have to keep doing what you're doing, because otherwise if you stop, you're going to get stuck in the mud, they're saying to me, all right? So communication has spiraled down around everybody, around either the close environment that you're living in or just outside it, because it looks like it's both. So I just saw internal of the house, and then I saw external house. So what's happening there? And I also get the house too. So are you thinking of moving, or you want to move but you can't? Because I just saw a house, and I just saw it there, and then I saw it go, and then I saw it come back. So what does that mean? And I just feel like too going forward that there's a few things on your mind that you can't say to too many people. They're saying to me, and you know that you're right. Okay, so he is telling me that you're right, and I feel like this is your grandfather here. Okay, great grandfather, and he's just saying everything that you're doing is spot on. Keep doing it because it's on point. Okay, and you'll know what I mean. And he's saying to me too that do you actually are you the one around the house that actually counts the money, like everything, like to the cent? Okay. Is it you or is it a younger person in the house? Because I feel like they're just like constantly counting their money, putting it away, pulling it out, counting it again. Okay. Because they like to look at money, which is really cute. They will manifest more money doing that as well. And I'll leave it there. So I've already spoken about Dilma. So we'll keep going. So I said to Susan, we'll do Susan's one. So what did she say? Sending love and light. Can you see or feel something for me today, please? I'm dreading something, and you said I'm in the middle of something, but kept it to yourself because I think you didn't want to plant some idea in my head. But I think this is what I think you were referring. Yes. Can you please see if it is? PM me if it's that, and you can't talk about it on air. Lovey. Right. I'm just going to do a general for you there, Susan. So I don't know why, but I just saw a big flashing of relationship. Okay, relationships around you is all toxic and all over the place at the moment. I can't even write. So whoever's with me on this side right now, they couldn't write properly. They had issues with arthritis or they had something with their hands because I feel like I can't. I feel like the pen just wants to drop out of my hand. Okay, because it's my hand. I can't grab it. And I feel like this person was was it you or was it another person that had like plaster on the hand? They'd broken their wrist or their hand because I just saw somebody in plaster on their right hand. And and I feel like they had to have surgery on that, or they should have had surgery for the break, one or the other. It just showed me going to surgery and then it just took me out of the surgery. So I also get the number 9 around you. So you got the month of September, and I feel like 7 is significant as well. So you got 9 and 7, so you got July as well. So what's happening with the back? Because I'm getting pain here in my shoulder. So are you another one that's got pain in like the shoulder blades just here? Because it's gone away now, but the top part of my back is really sore for you. They're showing me also, is there somebody around the family that either has like a twist in the spine or scoliosis or something like that? Because they show me like the spine is quite there's something not right with the spine. Okay, they got quite a bit of like bending on the top part as well, like the hunch here at the top. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Yeah, they're giving me more pain in the back. So what's going on with the back here? I'll just get that big flick in the back again. What's going on there, Susan, with somebody with pain in the back? And I feel like it feels like someone stabbed me, okay? Because it's really strong. So it's like someone stabbed me in the back. Maybe it's just literal stabbing, but not actually physical, okay? So careful about that. And I also see venom coming down. So who's got the vicious mouth around you? I don't feel like it's you, but I feel like there's someone around you that you don't even have to look the wrong way, and they'll eat you alive. So what's going on there? Okay, you need to stay away from that person. That's the message for you, lovey. Yeah, well, if you actually tune into your loved ones, you ask them to show you signs and ask them to show you themselves. Oh, lovey, that's terrible. Sorry to hear that. You need to stay off everything off sugar, Leah. Okay, no sugar, no alcohol, no emotional stress. Get off sugar. Anything that's got sugar in it, stay away from. That's what I do. I don't have anything with sugar in it. Since I had cancer, nothing. Every blue moon, I might have a drink for my birthday or a Christmas. That's it, if you're lucky. And every now and then, I might have a gluten-free cake because I can't have gluten. So yeah. So we'll keep going. She says, Doreen says, I really need advice on my relationship badly. I'm struggling with the confusion of staying or going. Lovey, love should never hurt. That should be your answer. Okay, so you're struggling with confusion because you should not be in this position at all. That's why you're struggling with it, sweetie. Okay, so you should not be in this position. It's that simple. It should never hurt. It's either stay or go. I know you feel like you're confused, but you've got to actually stay long enough to be learn your lessons long enough to know that it's not right. It's not right because if it was right, it wouldn't be like this. Alrighty. So make sure you save up enough money and save up enough like whatever you need to survive after this. Okay, so that's what you need to do. It's too toxic. You shouldn't be in the relationship if you're confused, like you're struggling. You said your words are, I'm struggling with confusion of staying or going. So you're unhappy in the house, but you don't know whether to stay or go. And I'm not having a go at you, don't get me wrong, but I'm just trying to point out the facts. Okay. So the house environment's quite toxic. You don't want to stay there. But I know you can't move because you can't get that part together. And you feel guilty for leaving him. But if it's not working, he needs to step up. You don't need to be treated like crap. Nobody needs to be treated like crap. No one needs to be treated with rudeness at all. At all. I don't care who it is, even if it's your boss. What have we got here? Yeah, that's beautiful. We're sending lots of love and light to the people who've been affected badly with floodwaters. I'm pretty cool here. I'm very lucky here. And even though my house is on the downhill, I don't know how, but yeah. Oh, well, there you go. There's the sore neck. Now, see, it's already gone. And yes, he has a sore shoulder. Right, okay. Now we found it. I think it's still me, left side. Yeah. Well, whoever I'm reading at the time. Okay, the right side. Yep, there you go. So that's what happens with spirit girls. So we've got Crystal infused over here with the sore shoulder, and we've got still you with the sore shoulder, but we can have two spirits here, and I'm probably reading two spirits if that makes sense. That's how it works. Sometimes it just the same energy. Yeah, beautiful. That's a good purpose. You keep going. So Leah says, I think your pain is still with me. Left side breast cancer. In 2019, I was so blessed. It was found only from my daughter falling on me, causing pain. And I had no symptoms or family history. Yeah, wow. That is a blessing in disguise. So, yep, no sugar for you, no alcohol, no emotional stress, Leah. Just like me. Okay. So Danielle, she says, good evening, Lesley. She says, my son had an accident 4 years ago. He doesn't remember everything that happened during it. Can you and Spirit share anything with me about what happened or when he's headed or where he's headed with his recoveries, please? Everybody recovers from everything, okay? They might not be 100%, Danielle, but they always recover. Okay. When I used to lecture, we had to do lecturing first aid as well. So, and we used to tell people that a break takes 6 to 8 weeks to heal. Everybody heals. It's just a matter of how you heal and how you take it on board. Okay. So he needs lots and lots of physio. He probably needs someone to get him motivated again. So you can get his friends around to get him motivated and stuff like that. Okay. And to be honest with you, I really don't want to pull in spirit to tell you to share about what happened. Okay. I don't feel like that's necessary. That's trauma. I don't want to bring any more trauma to you. So that's one thing that I learned in my life with my experience with everything is you don't go back. You don't go back looking for answers. You go forward finding something. Okay. You find the motivation to keep going forward. Don't go back looking for stuff that happened in the past. Yeah, that's beautiful. She's got a lot of numbers there. That's beautiful. Look at that. So go and look up all those angel numbers there, Doreen, because that's angel telling you, your angels telling you that they're with you all that time. They're reminding you, they're giving you a virtual kick up the butt to say, hey, go and check out the numbers. So Lisa, she says, I got 222 on my petrol tank on how many liters I had. Now, there you go. Beautiful. So, baby tarot, what does my future hold for me? Um, okay, I'd like to know your real name for a start, but anyway. So I just get there's a few opportunities, like 2 to 3 opportunities coming up by the end of the year, and you're going to take the second to the third one, I feel like 2 and 3. I also get the month of March for you, and I also get the 23. So what's the 23 around you there, baby? So I get the month of May. So things coming up in May this year are going to be very busy for you, okay? And I also feel like they're just showing me wedding, and they're just showing me that there's wedding or a function on that you will be attending. Okay, it's like you're actually part of the function. Does that make sense? And I'm also feeling like for you, there's a few issues around the home. So if it's not right now, just tread lightly around April, May around the home, okay? Because there's going to be a few eggshells there. Because there's a few people with like just a bit dissatisfied with a few things, okay? So, and I also see a couple of pets and they make you really happy. Have you got like a dog and a cat or 2 dogs and 2 cats? Because they're small, but I can't quite see exactly what they are. Okay? Dog and cat, I think it is. They just showed me my pets and I've got a dog and cat. So or if it's not right now, are you thinking of getting it or did you have that in the past? Because I just see them here 1 minute, the wall, then they're gone. So and I'll leave that there. Thank you. So, Lucy, she says, my daughter won't go to school. I fight with her every morning. Why doesn't she want to go to school? There's a reason. They don't do these guys for no reason at all. There's a reason behind that. You've got to, I'm not saying you're going wrong, Lucy, but this is where I thought I was going wrong with my daughter when she was younger. I never ever had my daughter behave like the terrible teenagers, as they say, right? I always supported her. If anything went down at school, it didn't matter what she did, I was always behind her. But as long as I made sure that she did the right thing and that she wasn't doing the wrong thing, I was always behind her. I was very, very, very tough parent. Like I was the yin and the yang, they say, or the good cop, bad cop, Lucy. So you've got to work out what's going on there. And if you can't talk to your child, who are they going to talk to? They need to talk to their parent. The first thing they need to understand is that you're there to support them. If you're not there to reassure and support them, then they're not going to open up and tell you anything. Absolutely zero. That's what I know. Okay, so and if you don't pull the reins up when they're younger, so I got told with my daughter, I think my daughter was, I don't know, 12 or 13, and I got told by a friend, he said to me, if you don't pull the reins up with your daughter, you're going to lose her when she's older. I said, really? No. So I put a little bit more pressure on her to make her a better person, if that makes sense. I made her go with me to the hospital to hand out, Easter eggs when she had too many Easter eggs. We put them on the beds of the hospitals and things like that. I had to teach her a way to say this is how lucky you are, because we went to kids hospitals and stuff like that, and we put the Easter eggs on the beds when they weren't there or when they were going in for surgery. We went and seen them, and we did some stuff like that, right? So I just made her realize how lucky she was. And that's what these young kids don't see these days. They actually think, oh, yeah, school's just a drag. It's just automatic mode, blah, blah, blah. Half the time, these adults don't even know how lucky they've got things, you know? Like, I'm very blessed. I actually survived cancer 15 years ago. Don't ask me how, but I pushed through and I said, I'm never getting this again. So, and I was very blessed. And now I give my gift back. So that's what they need to do. Is they're not. Sometimes people keep taking. They never give back. When you give back, you start to feel that satisfaction. You start to feel that warmth in your heart. You start to feel that level of balance. So she might need some counseling or something like that. But you need to get to the core root of what's going on. And highly recommend the sock fight. Honestly, doesn't matter how old they are. Get a sock out and have a fight, and I swear to God, you'll laugh your head off, and then she'll start to relax. She'll start to realize that mum is just not the bad cop all the time. Okay, mum is just not on my case, or mum's just not the, airy fairy, oh, let it go, it'll be right, don't worry about it type mum. You can't say to these kids these days, oh, don't worry about it, just go to school. They're never going to do it. You actually have to say, who's annoying you at school or who's upsetting you? Because I'm going to be down there. I'm going to be on their front doorstep and I'm going to demand what's going on, because that's what I would do. If somebody punched my daughter, they would have to answer to me. That's it. Not being a hero, but that's me. I'm very strict like that. It's zero tolerance for anything to happen to my daughter. And that's how other parents should be. If they're misbehaving, it's a different story. You need to pull back the reins. You need to give them boundaries. You need to give them boundaries so that they have like the work ethic type thing, like they need to be occupied. If they're not occupied in the mind, they're going to go crazy in themselves because they're going to go stir crazy because they've been locked up with COVID. They've been locked up with the weather, locked up with anything else. So, and I'll leave it there. Thank you. I'm just going to do this validation. Let me know if I'm on the right track there, Lucy. But if you need any more help, I'm happy for you to PM me, okay? So validation from Delma, she says, I have had a shoulder injury as of last October. I understand everything you said. I am working to reconnect with family. I've felt very lost since the passing of mum. I think I've done this one. And then my brother shared everything with these people. I miss that connection. Yeah, lovey, it hurts. That's what happens with people. It's the actual routine that actually hurts people. It's the habit, same as a relationship. It's the habit that hurts people. So Lucinda, she says, hi, I had to tell my 2 kids today their puppy died a horrific death. Any message from puppy, please, or from spirit? Oh, lovey. That's really sad. Message from puppy is to get another puppy. Yeah, really, really. And I got a sore neck around you. Why am I getting really sore around you as well? All down this side as well. Everybody's sore tonight. What's going on? It's not me. Thank you. Okay, so she says, I'm possibly having surgery the end of the month to remove my gallbladder. I'm very upset about this realization. Can you read any energy around this for me, please? Well, guess what? Guess who had their gallbladder out? And it was me. And I'm not telling you to have it. I'm not telling to have the surgery or not have the surgery. But let me tell you from my experience, it was the best thing I'd ever done. That was my last surgery, 4 operations in 6 months when I had cancer. That was my last surgery to have my gallbladder out. And that was the gallbladder that caused me the most pain ever. So it's only about so big and it caused me so much pain. I didn't have stones or anything. I just had a non-functioning gallbladder, which was coincidental after I had my cancer surgery. And it was the best thing anything that came out of me. I felt like I'd had poison removed out of me when I had that thing out. So yeah, so I really, and it's only keyhole surgery 90% of the time. So that's what happened to me. So that's what I get for you, lovey. So you'll say, what was I worried about? Honestly, you'll go, what was I worried about? Because I was worried too. I can admit that. But when I had the surgery, I felt so much better. I couldn't wait to get out of that hospital. I could have ran out of the hospital. That's how good I felt. Yeah, there you go. That's beautiful. See? When you play music, it lifts up all different vibrations in your body. It lifts up different hormone levels. So that's why it's so good for you. That's why a lot of people relate to music. Yeah, Just Black is amazing. So we've got Deidre King as well. She's also sending me down some fossils and some crystals as well. You're welcome. So Wendy Harvey, she says, my best friend's mum, who I also called mum, passed away last night. Oh, lovey. After having a fall was a blessing as she was in so much pain, broken arm, also broke her hip too. She called me after 7th child. Bless her. Does she have any messages? I just feel really sick in the stomach there, Wendy. That's really sad and sorry for your loss. I just feel really sick in the stomach and I feel really dizzy around her as well. Okay. And was she did she have like a little walking stick as well? Did she have like, was she always dressed in like a little, she just said pinafore. That's a really old fashioned name. And she's also telling me too that she's had like the little apron on it. She's like the cooking. She's do all the cookie cooking, she said, in the kitchen. She loved the cookie cooking. And she's also showing me too the number 13. So what's the number 13 around you? So 1 and 3 is 4. So we've got the month of April as well, Wendy. So what's that around her? So that was just after my show or just before my show finished last night. Wow. There you go. So I don't know why, but she's just told me, she's just said to add up the numbers that you just gave me there. So what does those numbers mean? So we got 23:53 p.m. So 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 equals 13. So that, oh my God, look at that. And I just literally said to you the 13. So there you go. And it equals 4 for the month of April. So there you go. That's really significant. Okay. So look how that works. Isn't that so cool from Spirit? So that's really sad. I just got that she was really dizzy. She had really low blood pressure. Did she try to get up to go to the toilet or something? Do you know? Because I just feel like she had really low blood pressure. Nobody was checking on her blood pressure, Wendy. Or did she have medication that would have made her dizzy? Because I feel like there's too much medication. It's like there's bottles on the side of the bed, on the side. That's what I'm seeing, like 3 or 4 bottles, different bottles. That's what I'm seeing, Wendy. So yeah, it's really bizarre. And she's also, like, she's giving me pain in the head. Like, she's giving me pain all on this side here. It feels like I had this massive impact right here. Did she actually hit her jaw as well? What did you say there? Pain, broken arm, and broke her hip. Oh, you know how painful the hip is to break? Oh my God, that poor lady. That is the most excruciating pain. That's really sad. She's in a better world though now. She's also saying to me, for you, she says, what's the keys? Like, did you lose your keys or you misplaced your keys? So be careful, you're going to misplace your keys, Wendy, because I just saw front door keys and I just saw them like there in the door, then they're gone. So front door keys. So what's happening there? I just seen them come. I just seen you open the door and then sure as ever, they're gone again from the door. Did she used to play with her hair a lot like this when she was younger? Or is that you, Wendy? Did you used to play with your hair a lot when you were younger? Twist it? Who's that? There you go. Ah, Wendy. I'm really sorry, lovey. Wow. That's really sad. Okay, I've got a validation here, guys. Okay, let me just talk here. Still got that sore neck. Oh. Yeah. Wow. So Lucinda, you need to bring another puppy into the world because it takes away that sorrow that the kids are feeling, okay? Because Lucinda said, I can still see the kids crying while hugging them. Oh. So Katana Karela says, spirits ran me out of my house. If I move back in, will I be okay physically and spiritually? The house is quite active with a tragic and scary history. You just acknowledge them and you tell them to go away there, Katana, okay? That's what you're supposed to do, but it'll never go away, but it can leave you know. You just got to acknowledge it. Acknowledge them, tell them to go away. Just say, I'm not ready for you. You're not welcome here. Go away and leave me alone, okay? If it's a bad spirit, you're not welcome here. Go away and leave me alone. That's what I would do. I've actually advised that before. So Lisa Casher says, be very careful what you eat after you have your gallbladder removed. I have had about 12 attacks since the operation. I wouldn't wish it. That's not true 100%, Lisa, because I've had my gallbladder out and I can just about eat anything. It's a matter of you working out the pain, okay? So something's not right there. So I had my gallbladder out. They said to me, you'll be able to eat anything but with moderation, okay? So that's the message. But I understand the pain, Lisa, don't you worry. That was the most horrendous pain ever in my life. It actually put me in hospital more times than the cancer itself, that gallbladder. I can't tell you how many times I was in hospital and I was really sick. So Delma says, I'm so sorry, Leslie. I'm due for physio on my shoulder tomorrow. I did something silly yesterday and agitated it. Our car got bogged after the floods. Oh, no. And I helped push it out. I was scared flood would come back as we're due more storms tomorrow, and that part of the yard was flooded, but has receded. Silly to overtax my arm, so I'm really needing the physio. Yeah, go to the physio, sweetie, because it's going to make it a lot better. Yeah, but the floods are terrible. Well, now my shoulders, since I read that, my shoulder's fine now. Yes, I did. Lucinda, I said get another dog, Lovey. See if you can get another puppy. Okay, the other puppy doesn't want to see the kids upset. So yeah. I'm just reading my iPad stuff. I'm just going to go back over to my software. I'm just going to scroll forward for a second. 1 second. Just go from the top back. She said, I had a camera down my stomach to check everything out and they found nothing. Yeah, that's right. Same as me. Exactly same as me. They found the gluten issue that I have, but the what do you call it? The gallbladder, oh my God, that pain was absolutely horrendous. It debilitated me. I couldn't even move. Couldn't move. Yes, Lovey, I said get another dog. So Delma, she says, I'm so sorry, I'm due for the physio. Okay, I've got that one. Yeah, I've done that. Oh, that's really sad. They're really cute. Yeah, absolutely. Spirit will point you guys to spirit will point you to me. So like Leah, you've had an experience the same as me. So spirit will point you towards other people, like for example, like me tonight, because of the same coincidences. Okay. Hi there. So Michael. Hey Leslie, thank you for doing this. It's needed by many, 100%. So Michael's one of my old high school friends, and we just lost our beautiful one of our beautiful high school friends the other day, Eddie, and he lost his life to pancreatic cancer, which was really quite sad. It's awful. And that one there, that cancer there, you don't really know you've got it until it's over. It's like you hear 1 minute and then all of a sudden you've got cancer next, full-blown cancer because it's silent. It's pretty sad. Um, so so baby Tarek says, thank you for the message. I have 2 dogs, 1 pit bull and 1 chihuahua that looks like a black cat. Oh, okay. That's what I saw. Okay. Because I said dog and cat, but it looked like I couldn't quite tell from spirit because it just showed me 2 things. I went, oh, hang on a second. So it was that looks like a black cat. Okay, so you've got 2 dogs really. Okay. So Kerry Woodburn for you. She says, I feel quite tired at the current time. What messages are there for me? Oh, I just feel like you need to top up on your essential minerals. So go to either a naturopath or someone like that, or go and have a blood test and see what your mineral levels are at. Okay, you go do a full blood count. So you got your TSH, you got your go and get all your thyroid markers checked. So you got your TSH, you got your T3, your T4, and reverse T3 is the most important. Don't let the doctors just tell you need TSH, okay? I also feel like for you, Kerry, there's a lot of anxiety around you. And I also feel like this could be just with regards to your health and not feeling right around because you said that you feel quite tired, but I just feel like there's a lot of other issues going on around you and it's just taxing your soul, okay? Is there like someone in the house has got itchy eyes or something like that? Because I'm feeling really itchy on my face. And also I can't quite see out of my eyes, but I'm also seeing there's one room in your house that's actually quite, like it's dark and dingy, they're saying to me. It's even got, and don't take this to offense, but it looks like it's got some mold in the corner where it's been leaking water, somewhere like that. It's like either an old garage or something attached to the house. Okay, so that room there has got a bit of negative energy in that, and I feel like that's what's draining you. So you might need to sage the home. Not that I sage my home at all, but Alison Dubois, I've done her course, and she says she's got a YouTube channel, and she says to sage your home, and also so you sage the home first, and then what you do is you put your sweetgrass in afterwards. So you do the sage. I think someone said before 1 o'clock in the afternoon. and then come along later in the evening and sweetgrass it. So you're taking away the bad and negative energy with the sage, and you're putting all the beautiful, good energy back in with the sweetgrass. Okay, people forget the sweetgrass. Okay. If you're on one of my group pages, come over to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, so that I can see your questions here up on my screen. Yeah, don't, like Katana, don't be scared of spirit. Okay, the more you're scared of them, the more they're going to do things to you. There's nothing to be scared of, lovey. You just got to acknowledge them, send them off. Just say, you're not welcome here, go away. It's like literally like not letting a stranger walk through your door, your front door. Would you let a stranger in your door? No. So don't let spirit in as well. Okay. What else have we got here? Yeah. So Julie Polgo, she says, I had my gallbladder out 40 years ago. Back then there was no keyhole surgery. That's right. And I ate normal. I ate normal sometimes if the food was a bit greasy. Yeah, that's right. So I don't eat any greasy food. I mean, I have olive oil in my food. I do a lot of stuff. I'm a wog, so my background's Italian, so I do a lot of woggy food. And I do have the oil, but I have every single day. I have MCT oil, which is coconut oil. I have that every single day. That's what gives me energy. Have a look at that. It's called MCT oil, and it's a medium chain triglyceride. That's what it's meant to say, the MCT. And it's supposed to, people call it a, not a bullseye. I think it's either what's it called when they put it in coffee? They put it in coffee and they call it a special name, bullseye or I don't know. You guys will know. I don't drink it in coffee. But they put it into coffee so that, because what it does is in the bloodstream, the MCT triglyceride or medium chain triglyceride will actually sit in the bloodstream longer because it actually gives the person energy longer. So it holds that caffeine for that coffee in the bloodstream longer, so you've got more energy. That's why they do it. A bullseye or something shot, I don't know. You guys know what it is. I might just scroll forward. What is it, guys? You probably would have told me. So Kim Jade, she says, what's sweetgrass? Sweetgrass is like similar to, what's it called? It's similar to the sage, but it's actually, I guess it's a different thing. I'm not sure, but good question. But yeah. So we'll keep going here. So I'm in the home tonight again because the boys are over at some of the presenters are over at SWR, Radio SWR. I'm supposed to be on radio tonight, but they're over there doing the weather because it's so bad. It is so bad. Let's have a look at. Yep. I don't know what happened, guys. I lost you for a second, so I had to switch my internet over again. So you can see, I don't know if you guys saw it because my screen just went blank. So that's the weather again. So it has not stopped up. That's New South Wales. So we're getting smashed. And who's got the issues around see how my voice is changing? Who's got the issues around the throat here? Let me find out. Who is it? Is that you, Nessa, around somebody around you with throat issues or the voice or something not right with the throat? Hi, lovely to hear your voice again. Hope you're having well. There you go. She says, lovely to hear your voice, and yet I've got no voice. Isn't that bizarre? Oh, this is cool. Lisa says, I've been having shakes made from almond milk every morning for the last 2 weeks and have lost 3 kilos. Taken on board what you said regarding my thyroid. Yep, 100%. So if anybody wants to know about thyroid, hit me up with a private message because I used to lecture all this stuff, remember? And I can just give you some heads up. So I actually gave some heads up before with the tests that you need, and that's the most critical test you need is reverse T3. So you need to look up those 4. So you've got your TSH, which is your thyroid stimulating hormone, your T3, your T4, and then you've got your reverse T3, which is the most important one to get checked. The doctors will always just say you've got a normal TSH. Trust me on this one. Okay. Yeah, that's right. 100%. Once you get that gallbladder out, I'm telling you, it's like you've just removed poison out of your body. I can't tell you the pain that it was in for me. Okay, what was this? So validation said, you said a couple of weeks ago in my general reading, gallbladder problem. I did not know anything about gallbladders. Went to my naturopath and that was causing my vomiting attacks. So thank you. On vitamin support now. Wow. Okay. So sometimes with the gallbladder, I know enough about it to talk about it because, like I said, I used to lecture it and also I've had mine out. I've experienced the pain. So what can happen with it as well? If you eat anything fatty, like I don't know, a bucket of hot chips, that is going to torture you. If you have something like, this was what happened to me. If you have, and I'm a PT, so I never used to have chips, but if I used to have anything like with dairy in it or cheese or maybe cream sometimes, in some dishes or whatever, oh my God, was I sick. And I would be in hospital vomiting, okay? Vomiting up green bile from the bile. I never had any calcium or any, solid stones in there. I just had a non-functioning gallbladder. So instead of it being functioning at around, a normal kid would be functioning at 35 to 38%, which is normal, and an adult would be around 33, 35%. For me, mine was only functioning at around 6 to 7%. So it was a non-functioning gallbladder. That's why I had to have it out. It caused me so much problems. I do not forget that pain, let me tell you. So yeah, so the vitamin support will help, but only if you eat right, lovey. So don't let it fool you just with vitamins, okay? So it's important to flush it out, like get the water in there, get the lemon water in there. Oh, lovey. That's really sad, poor thing. Oh, okay. So Alan says, hi, Leslie. Same insight on the illness that I had at age 20. What was in it? What was it in aid of? Much gratitude. I'm not sure, lovey. That doesn't make sense to me. Some insight into illness that I had at 20. So what was that? Was it like a myalgia? What was it? I don't know. That's what I just got. I don't know. I don't understand that question. So I just feel like everything's just gone for you, like it's all gone away. Okay. So and I feel like that you're worried that it's going to come back. Don't think like that. Okay. Just get rid of it. Don't think like that, lovey. All right, I'll leave that there. So Emma, she says, hello, any messages from my Nan Robin or just a general, please? So we'll do a general for you and hopefully Nan will come through, which she has. So I'll get the number 26 around you. So you got the month of August as well. And I also feel like there's a lot of anxiety around you too, Emma, okay? So going forward, she's showing me too that there's a few temptations and obstacles right now. So what's going on? There's a few things that they're saying to me. It's like you've been fishing around looking for something. Okay, that's what she just said. She said she's been fishing around looking for something, and my left big toe is just giving me pain. So what's with the left big toe? And I'm talking on top of the knuckle of the toe. That's where it hit me. Okay, so I didn't have nothing wrong with my foot till I started reading you. So I also get number 12 around you, and you've got the number 13. So 12 and 13. So you've got the month of March, and you've also got the month of April as well. And I feel like that there's things around the home that's just not right with you, Emma. Okay, so there's things coming up as well. And who's the person that's itchy or got some issue on this side of the chin, like the left-hand side of the chin? Something's not right. And I just feel like left side here, left heart area, left chest area. What's that there? Did she have a mini heart attack, or did your Nan was her middle name Anne, Robin Ann? Oh wow. And she's just giving me pain in my left leg, like from that toe, my left ankle, all the way up my leg. So what happened there? Did she have a fall and hurt a leg or break a leg, or who's done that? Who's hurt there or had some pain on the left part of the leg. So was it Robin Ann, or who's Ann around you? Or Anna? Annie? Anna? Who's that? A-double-N-A or A-double-N? A-double-N-E? No, A-double-N or A-double-N-A. Okay, she's showing me that as well. So who's that? I feel like it's a middle name of somebody, she's just said. And do you have a child or somebody in the family that has a young little girl that's named Robin, or there's some sort of generational name that's come down as well? Because she just said it's fallen down from the next generation. Who's that? And I'm also getting pain like around the left part of my kidney. Okay, so what's going on there? I can't even touch it. It's that sore. So around the left under part of the actual rib cage here. So what's going on there, Em? So something's not right around that part there. It might not even be her. I feel like this is another gentleman. So we've got her and we've got another gentleman there. So what's going on there? It's like I can't even move my back. It's like I can't even move my torso at all, my lower torso. What's happened there? And I feel like this person could possibly been, I'm not sure if it's her or him. I feel like it might be more her. No, it's her. She just showed me her, and she's just showed me her in a wheelchair as well. Okay. And she had those white stocking things, those compression stockings on the legs. So she's showing me that as well. And she's also pointing to me that she had lots and lots of medication. She's like, she said that she used to rattle with the medication. So, and I'll leave it there, lovey. Message for you is to keep your chin up. Put it up 2 millimeters so you got that confidence, okay? Because you're spiraling down a little bit. So keep it up. Keep up the good work, she says. So we've got Kerry here. She says her bedroom is quite dingy. Okay, righto. There's your problem. So what's sweetgrass? Look it up online, lovey, because I'm not exactly sure. I just know from what I remember from my course with Alison Dubois, okay? So Deanna Huntley, she says, it's been a while since I popped in to see you. I hope you're well. Yes, do you see positivity coming my way soon? I seem to be running out of push. Oh, lovey. You've got to actually ask for it and it'll come like sprinting at you. So if you say things that you seem to be running out of push, it's going to happen because you're actually delivering that to the universe. You've got to always make sure that you're delivering the right message to universe to deliver it back to you, if that makes sense. So it's sometimes, like when you leave a job and then you have so much relief after it. It's just such a relief. You know what I mean? That's what I feel for you. It's like you need to actually do something that's going to make you feel happy. There's no point staying in a situation or a job or a relationship, guys, if it's going to be taxing your mind, your soul, your heart, getting confused to stay or go. It doesn't work like that. It's your destiny. And nobody's here to make people happy either. So it's not my job to make my daughter happy. All I'm here as a mother is to make her comfortable, guide her, push her in the right direction. We have fun all the time. We have wrestles. We have, we have Nerf gun fights. We have, everything. Sock fights too. It's quite funny, but, people are not here they're here to upset people because they just do that. They're just nasty. But, they'll get there. So, if people are being nasty to someone or not paying people some money when they've worked for the last 4 weeks, they'll get theirs back. They'll get it with a bonus. So don't worry about that, sweetie, all right? I do see positivity coming your way, Deanna, but I see it when you change your mindset. It's got to start from here. Okay. So Danielle, she says, thanks for the message. He is about to start physio again, hopefully good. But his new specialist is asking for more information, but he suffered from amnesia from hitting his head. That's why I had that. Okay. In the accident. And at the time it happened, sometimes he didn't even know who I was. Yeah. There's lots and lots of stuff that he'll need to do to recover that part of the brain. It's like it's been injured. It's like it's been, sometimes what the brain will do too is it'll turn off. It'll become paralyzed. Like the body has so many different ways of dealing with things. When I had my surgeries, um, you know, because of the trauma of my lower abdomen area where I had my 16 staples, your body turns off. You can't go to the bathroom. You can't even pass wind, put it that way. And that's what happens to your body, because it actually goes into paralysis mode, because it goes into shock when it's been in an accident, or it's been in surgery, or sometimes pregnancy as well. It'll actually do things like that because it actually stays in shock till it recovers, till it feels safe to come out, if that makes sense. And that's the brain protecting the body, protecting the organs. So, like when people say, oh, they were in the fetal position when I found them, that's because the brain automatically pulls everything in to protect the between the top of the rib cage to the lower part of the abdomen area, to protect the organs. That's why they call it the fetal position, because the body's natural mechanism is to curl in and go into the fetal position. You're welcome there, Del, my lovey. So let's just scroll forward. No, I love you. So what you can also do there, crystal infused, if you don't want to leave him, then don't leave him, okay? But what you can do too is, look, sometimes, and this is, I don't know, this one's going to sound crazy, but what I've heard from one of my PT clients who was a church person, they were Christians, they went to church a lot. What she told me one day was so powerful. I tried it on people as well. It's worked. So this is a really spiritual trick as well, other than getting them, putting them, blowing them away, because you want him to stay, right? So what I suggest you do, and this is going to sound so bizarre, you put your hand on his back, and you with conviction, you say, Jesus, take the devil out of whatever his name is. But you say it, and it's like, if I was to say it about, I don't know, the dog Bob, right? I'd put my hand on the person's back, and if his name was Bob, I'd say, Jesus, take the devil out of Bob now, like this, and I'd say it with conviction. Okay, and it's got to come from the energy that you feel from your body. The energy is really powerful. So whatever you're feeling or thinking at the time is going to be transferred through to him. Okay, so you need to get that devil, that evil, that nasty thing out of him. Okay, try that. I'm not going to tell you to leave him or stay or go, because you said before that you have confusion staying or going. So you confuse me too now. Because you say, so leave him with a question mark, because I don't particularly want to. I just want him to stop with the same thing over and over. How's he going to stop? This is the question. You've got to try all different things, and that's just a spiritual way that I would try first before you go to the last thing. But love should never hurt. I'm not going to go back on that. I always say love should never hurt, sweetie. Oh, okay, that's why. There we go. Okay. So that's why I couldn't get that. Couldn't breathe that, I should say. Well, that rain hasn't stopped, guys. I'm just going to go back over to my page on my iPad, because I've just saw a big validation there come through. But yep, it's coming up now. So who was that from? That was from Wendy. Beautiful Wendy. Where are you? See if I can. Oh, now I can't get it on my iPad. So she says, validation, Lesley. Yes, she fell while on her way to the bathroom. She was 4 days off her birthday, 5th of March, bless her. Oh, she was in so much pain, even with morphine, etc. She was so switched on and so naughty. I absolutely loved her. However, I know she is now in a better place. She absolutely loved having her hair done, especially during COVID. For her, it was a day out. Twiddling with the hair, more likely to be me. Okay. Couldn't believe she passed away on my dad's birthday. Oh, lovey, I know. Oh, wow, that's insane. That's so random. Honestly, that is so random. That's beautiful. It's like, look, the pain. I can't tell you how much pain she was in for that hip. Honestly, that I just know the hip. Like I said, I used to lecture anatomy and physiology. I know how it works, and that would have been so excruciatingly painful for her. And she was very frail as it was, as I can still see her lying there. I still see her on her side, on the left side. Yeah. So that's what happens. She said, that's what happened to me. Greasy food, green apples, popcorn, pork crackling. Yep, because it's all fatty food. So for the apples and popcorn's no good for you anyway. So don't have any popcorn unless you make it yourself. And even then, they say that it's got something in it, cancerous things in it. I don't know. Don't quote me. Just look it up. But the green apples, that's bizarre, that one. It must have some form of chemical in there that it didn't like, the gallbladder didn't like there, Lisa. So she said, the last time I had an attack was a few weeks after my second hip surgery. Oh, you've had hip surgery too. I was crying to my dad to come and take me as the pain was. Yeah, I know that pain. Don't you worry, sweet. I'm telling you. Keep that Anne in mind then, Emma. Okay, keep that Anne in mind. I know a Lee Anne. Oh, maybe it's her. I don't think so. I have my Nan's middle. Okay, righto. So yeah, keep that name in mind, like an Annie, Anne. What did I say? Annie, Anne, Anna. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Today I was at home and I went downstairs to grab some lunch and I turned TV on to see what the weather was doing. And sure as ever, there was this show on that was called The Nanny Killer. Oh my God, it was so scary. I didn't watch the end of it. I hate scary movies and it's in the middle of the day. I hate them. The Nanny Killer. It was about this woman that, oh, she was so evil. Oh, okay, right. There we go. Beautiful. So when I say dodge a bullet, it means that if you get away from someone or something, it means you've dodged the bullet. It's just an old-fashioned saying that we have here in Australia. Okay, that's just an old-fashioned saying. You've dodged a bullet. If you got away without them shooting the gun, you've missed the bullet. You've got away from it. That's all that means, lovey. Yeah, thank you. So I've gone over time. That's all right. I'll go and I'll read the validations. I'm so used to talking. Okay, here we go. She says the illness was diagnosed as whooping cough, but I have researched and watched copious amounts of real live patients with it, but mine was 100% more intense. Okay. I did come out of it with the knowing of who I could and couldn't trust. Thought it could be linked to something spiritual. Ah, there you go. Oh, back. Okay, Emma. She says, and I am going to be passing her name down if I have a daughter. That's beautiful. Exactly. That's so cool. Okay, so when you said, sorry, Lizzie, you kept mentioning the 13th. That was my friend with her favorite grandson's birthday. Annie was her daughter, my friend's darling. Oh, okay, right. So now we found Annie. And I've also found the 13 as well. Okay, right. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, lovey. So what else have we got here? So love, like, and share my page. I've got a course, a mentoring course or a workshop coming up this Saturday, so in the next couple of days. So go over to my page at Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and you will see my event up there. Okay. I'm just scrolling forward to see what else I've got here. Yeah, thank you. I can't remember what I said there, Tara, but thank you. Okay, so Emma, she says, don't know anyone with Anne. Don't worry, Emma, we found her. We found Wendy. I know a Leanne. I have my Nan's name in my middle name, and I'm having a baby, and it will be passed to the daughter. That's beautiful. And if it is a little girl, My mum suffers leg pain, left leg pain, and I have been having pain in my right side. Okay, right. Thank you for the validation. That's beautiful. Thank you. So she said, thanks, Hannah. Yes, I do that. I'll keep doing it. You're welcome. Okay. Okay, so she had a lot of medication. That's what I think that actually, like, gave her the bad symptoms, lovey. Oh, you watched that show as well, did you? It all worked out in the end, of course, but that was scary, wasn't it? It was called The Nanny Killer. Out of all names, my God. So thank you so very much. I will keep working on him. Florence told me I can fix it inside the home. I just think I also manifest it. So we are 100% perfect. I think the thought of it happens. Yeah. So try it. But like I said, crystal infused, you shouldn't be abused. You shouldn't be like having to tread on eggshells. Nobody should have to be treading on eggshells. No one. Doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is. And you can't, you got to be relaxed in your relationship. It's never going to work. It's just always going to be up and down, up and down, up and down because they're insecure. It doesn't matter how many times you tell a male that you love them sometimes or that they're the best and you have no intentions of going anywhere else to someone else and they still don't get it. They're just paranoid and also low self-esteem, and that's not the girl's fault, that's the male fault, because if they looked after themselves they wouldn't have low self-esteem. Does that make sense? So yeah. So Lisa, I've had 2 hip replacements because the first surgeon did a procedure that was over 40 years old. That was over 40 years old. Called me an enigma and told me to get a second opinion. Oh my God. Hence having the second surgery. I am going through a medical negligence. Oh, good on you. How dare he do that? Make sure you keep like a timeline of events, Lisa, okay? Lots of timeline of events. That's so wrong. My God. God, I could tell you some things that happened with me with my surgery, but that's horrendous. How dare he? Unbelievable. And they're supposed to be caring, loving doctors or specialists or hip replacement doctors, surgeons. So yeah, I'm on the sunny coast. Just wondered if it was dangerous if I left. Yeah. Oh well, I 100% don't feel like you should be going anywhere near that water. No way. Let it settle. Let them let. You've got to look after yourself, okay? Let it settle, lovey. Oh, Catherine O'Brien. She says, hi, gorgeous. I met Anita who told me about you last weekend. Keep up the good work, beautiful soul. Thank you. Thanks for that. Yes, I'm perfectly fine. Oh, yeah, that's what it does. It naturally does that. So if you're, yeah, so if like when you see people that, I don't know, get brutally beaten up and they always go in the fetal position, Tara, and they've got their head down there, they always go into a fetal position because the body's natural way to protect, the brain's natural way to protect the organs. They always protect the organs, okay? So they will always protect everything in the torso area. So it's the fetal position. That's the natural mechanism. Yeah, thank you. Okay, lovey, no worries. If I have time. So love reading for you there, Tara. Um, yeah, look, I just get 6 to 8 months for you, and I also feel like there's a few little hiccups that need to be fixed before love can actually flourish for you, lovey. All right, that's what I get for you. So watch Strange Magic, the movie. It's a kids one. It's great. Okay, Strange Magic. I like stuff like that. I'll write it in red pen so I can remember. I'll watch it on my put on my hand. Okay. So we'll just go and finish off these validations and I'm gonna go. Oh, lovey. See, it doesn't work out. It's not meant to be. People are not here to be tortured by other people, regardless of who they are. So Deanna says, Leslie, my third grandbaby was born February 3rd. He was 9 weeks early and still in hospital. Will he be healthy and strong? 9 weeks early. Wow. He must be only about this big little cutie. Oh, you've got to send. Let's do a prayer. Where's Wendy's prayer? All right, Wendy, I need your prayer. I'm going to find a prayer for little Bubba. Okay, so we can send all this beautiful. Just hold on. Let me just find a prayer to finish off. I'm going to do prayer, and my prayers are powerful. Here they are. Hang on a second. 1 second. What prayer is this one? Let me just read what this one is. I want to make it sure it's a protection one. Hang on. I'm just going to try and find a really good prayer for you, okay? 1 second. I've got it in my notes somewhere. Okay, I just found them. Hang on. I want to find a protection one so that we can all put some protection around this little Bubba. Where is it? Okay. Right, you ready? Okay. So guys, we're going to do a little prayer for the little Bubba, for Deanna, for the little 9 weeks early Bubba that's still in hospital, and I feel like this little one's going to come out of hospital 100% next 4 weeks. I got number 4 for you. Was it 4? What's this month? It's March 4th, April, like April 4th. April Fools, they're saying to me. April Fools around there, lovey. Okay. So let's do this, guys. So she said he was 3.5 pounds right now. Thank you so much. He is my profile pic. I can't see that. I'll see if I can make it bigger. 1 second. Oh, wow. He's only tiny. I can't really see it because I can't get the screen to make that big for me. I only ever see your questions and your names. Okay, let's do this, okay, guys? So close your eyes and pray. We're going to do it now. I now call upon source of all that is, God, the one, solar logos, Christ, guardian angels, connect with me directly now. Surround me with your love and divine healing frequency to protect my physical and energetic being, including my friends, my family, my pets, and my followers and everybody on the live tonight. Protect our space and our energy, clearing out from within this space anything that no longer serves. Clear out any fear, negativities, entities, and any distorted energy. And I ask that this be around me acting as a protective shield and always. I ask that you protect and shield everything and including all the energy from any external negativity, any density or distortion so that this shield blocks out all that is out of alignment with love and peace and divine truth always. Through this shield, light, guidance, and love and healing frequency can pass, but any distortion or negativity is blocked out and released. I thank you for protecting my mind, my body, and spirit, and everybody around me. Thank you for clearly guiding us, supporting us, and assisting us in our life. Thank you for helping me to stand in our truth and to vibrantly and authentically shine. Amen. Oh, well done, guys. So thank you for that. So there you go, Deanna. Let us know how you go. Keep me posted, lovey. All right. And I'll say good night to everybody. Sweet dreams. Love, like, and share my page. And join me on Saturday night for a beautiful mentoring session. Okay. So see you later. Thank you. Whoops.